Right, this is a lovely looking street. I'm not sure where it's at. Is it UK? No, it's overseas somewhere. That register plate's a little bit different. Vendra, that sounds French to me. So this is someone else's photograph that I'm editing just to give you some context. I have no idea where it is or who took it, so let's have a quick. It's sort of looking a bit timeless to me, so I'm almost pondering a sepia kind of vibe, which often has fairly low contrast, maybe a little bit of clarity. I'm just going to bring the highlights down a little bit, put the whites up like that, and let's just have a look at what. So going down with the shadows gives more contrast, up less, maybe up with the blacks a bit to reduce the contrast, and now I'm going to pull the saturation down a bit. So for sepia I'm going to go to split toning, click on the highlights, and just sepia looks kind of dark orange, gives it that sort of darker sepia vibe. You can also have a look at what it looks like with a bit of other colour in the shadows if you wanted to. You know, red, green, any colour you want really. I mean, that's one of those cross-processed looks, isn't it? But maybe just a slightly different sepia tone. If you're not sure, you can always toggle the switch there. It's probably a little bit green, is that lower tone. I might just remove it altogether. Okay, let's just pop back up the top. Yeah, I'm definitely liking the slightly more faded look over the contrasty look. Right, so I'm now gonna apply a bit of sharpness to it. So go to sharpening, have a quick zoom in. See, it's starting to add a bit of grain in the middle there, so this is where your masking comes in. Make those areas go black, and if you look at them again now, you don't have that noise in there. And I'm going to reduce the detail as well. Let's see what happens if you add detail. You can see it gets kind of like, I don't know what the term is really, grainy at the edges, I suppose. So let's remove that one. Now I'm gonna do the lens corrections. They're for free. It doesn't recognise this lens combination, and as it's architecture, I'm going to just do a bit of a try some of the transforms. Let's go for vertical, auto. You can do guided as well these days if you want to. Okay, now the crop. I'm going to put the bottom coming out this corner here, and then so I'm just going to move the edge in, put my finger on the shift key to maybe there. Don't ask me why, it just felt right. And maybe let's get rid of this bin down here, so you just use the spot removal tool, and that should, yeah, I think maybe if you bring it over there, the size of the grains and the pavement and the road will vary. The further away they look smaller, so get something fairly near if you can. Right, I'm gonna now put some light in this area here. Let's just double click on the effect. First up, I'm going to darken everything else down a little bit, and now invert the mask, and I'm going to make it a bit more elongated just to draw the eye into that area there. Let's just switch that off and have a look what it looks like, and then you can vary the exposure just to see what it looks like. Quite like that. It's pretty cool. Should we do a black and white version? So if you right click on it, create virtual copy, and if we go to B&W and turn the saturation up on the split toning, now we've got the option of just brightening that area up, darkening this one down, sort of thing. And with the black and white I probably want a bit more contrast than I would have done with the colour version. So let's just take the shadows and the blacks down a little bit, and maybe the whites up a bit, highlights up a bit. It gives you that. I'm gonna also just try another crop without this door. So create virtual copy, click on that. Let's just remove that door. We're very tall and thin there, aren't we? We don't want that so much. So to try and keep the aspect ratio fairly normal, you could do that as well. And finally, let's create a virtual copy. Control Shift and R to reset it. So that's the start. That's one crop. That's another crop. And that's a sort of faded vintage look, which I quite like. So there you go. Quite like these street scenes. More of those, please. Thanks a lot.